All right.
What was just kind of vibe around practice today, considering just what happened yesterday?
I mean, you just got to keep on pushing. Obviously, we have some guys that have been through it in the middle of the season before, but you can't go into the game, worry about what happened. We still got games to play. We still have plays to run. So we still go in there, and we just got to be ready to play.
Yesterday, the news comes out. Just what was the reaction? Was it much of a shock to you guys?
I mean, things happen, obviously, and, we didn't start the way that we wanted to, but a bit of a shock. But like I said, you got to keep pushing and keep playing.
Just the way that this last couple of, like the last week and a half, 2 weeks, how do you guys snap out of that? And does a new voice potentially help with that?
Yeah, I think sometimes it can. But for us, we have to be able to finish plays. We're getting a stop and giving up offensive rebound, and I think a lot of times teams have been scoring off second chance points and things like that. So for us, we just have to be locked in and be ready to play.
Do you even know what to expect from how much changes there can be, considering, obviously Alvin has been here, it's been his offense?
Obviously, I think, some things will change, but I don't think it's going to be like a big overhaul. But like I said, for us, it's just being ready to play. At the end of the day, that's what matters, if we have a coaching change or not.
Aaron, you guys had a conversation yesterday as a team. Just how did that go? Was there anything you can share from that?
I mean, I don't like talking about things that we talk about, but like I said, a vast majority of the things is just us going out there and playing the right way.
You guys over the past few weeks had really kind of put it on yourselves, and you were trying to keep the heat away from Luke. Because of that, is there a feeling of like you let him down in a way or anything like that?
A bit, but like I said, obviously, this is his business and things like that happen all the time. So as a player, you just got to be, ready to play no matter who's, on the bench or not.
Was that pressure getting to you guys a little bit, just knowing what the circumstances were with him?
At the end of the day, like I said, you have to be ready to play regardless of who's coaching.
Was there anything that stood out that just different today in that shoot-around session?
Not really. I think a lot of things are the same. I think a lot of teams do the same type of stuff during shoot-around, regardless of who it is. So we came out, try to pick our energy up, starting this morning, because going into a game, it starts with shoot-around.
Any concern that, you go into a game like this, and obviously everything I think gets magnified when you're on a skid like this, but how do you want your guys to feel really loose coming into this game and try and put it all behind them?
Oh, for sure. But like I say, like I've been saying, it's at the end of the day, we have to be ready to play, regardless of what's going on the outside, what's going on the inside. We still have the same guys that are going to step on the court, so those guys have to be ready.
What's your view on the way you've been used this season? For the fans, a lot of times, they look back at the Jaeger era and how up-pace y'all played, and stylistically, just how have you seen?
I think it's a make or miss league. My percentages are down, so it's not the same.
But not even just you individually, just collectively, and the way y'all are attacking things on the offensive end.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many points we're averaging. I'm not sure what the statistic is. But the vibe, I think, like I said, it's still a make or miss league. If we're making shots, it's a whole different conversation.
We'll do a couple more.
Luke was, I thought, pretty consistent, like really from day one here with, the things he was stressing to you guys. Does that, when you hear that over and over, I mean, does it resonate the same after, you get into year 2, year 3 as it does early on?
I mean, I think all coaches try to, beat in their philosophy. And that's how it is with everybody. So I don't think it's any different than, when we had Luke. I think with Dave, first and second year was very different because of our roster change and the way that we wanted to play. But, Luke wanted to play fast when he got here. And, we're still trying to do that. But at the end of the day, it ends up with if we're getting stops and if we're getting rebounds or not.
What about the
Two
voices?
more guys.
You were asked about the Luke's voice. How are Luke and Alvin different with you guys?
I think a lot of it's the same. They want to play fast, but at the end of the day, like I said, defense is where we have to hang our hat on and rebounding.
Last one.
I wanted to, this is the last one, total shift gears. I know we asked you about Shump the other day, and today's the final. On a lighter note, just any of you guys kind of paying attention to that? Doing well on the final tonight?
Well, I follow Shump on Twitter, so I'll definitely know what happened. But, I mean, obviously, since we have a game tonight, I won't be able to watch it live or anything.
And can you just, real quick, you mentioned just what did he mean to you guys when he was here and his personality?
He was great for us. I mean, we traded for him at the deadline of our rookie year, and then he came and he didn't play that year. But you heard him. You know, as soon as he got here, you heard him, and I think that was what was great for us, and that was like a breath of fresh air. We didn't have someone who was that vocal, that energetic, and then once he got on the court, my second year, I mean, he had already won a championship, so he was guarding the best guy. He was making shots. He was cutting. He did a lot of good things for us.
Thank you, guys.